Este, that who brought us Ang Larawan, the acclaimed musical film adaptation of National Artist for Literature, Nick Joaquin, a portrait of the artist as Filipino, and a story or idea to make a film about the Lubok Children's Choir as led by the public school teacher, Alma Taldo. So it's an inspiring story because it's a real story, and it's all because of the spirit and the guidance of a public school teacher, Alma Taldo. So let me start with the director, King. Tell us how you open up the film, instead of just a musical, but including showcasing the beauty of Bohol too as well.
So we when we were planning for the film, the producers and I were sort of discussing how do we approach this film, no? Kasi with sila Girly and Rachel coming from a musical, Ang Larawan, we wanted to sort of find the right balance between storytelling, the narrative, the straightforward storytelling, and infusing it with music. No? So early on, we were already aligned that we wanted this film not to be a musical, but a film about music. No? So, and at the same time, we wanted also to make the town of Lobok and Bohol not just a location, but also a character in the film. No? So, it was important for us to showcase two things: the music, and of course, the town that makes this music.
Thank you. And for Rachel and Girly, I know this is a passion project for you, so I want to know how it's feeling right now, how you feel, and just give us a background on how it started for both of you.
When we were showing Larawan around the Philippines, one of the places we went to was Bohol. And in Bohol, when we screened Larawan, our movie, which by the way is showing on Netflix USA, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, Larawan, the portrait. Anyway, we were showing it around the Philippines, and in Bohol, we were we were regaled by the Lobok Children's Choir. And it made us think that what would our next project be? And we, in Culture Tain, we want to create movies that inspire and that make people feel empowered. You know, it's not always about popular people or, famous people. We wanted to show that there are people who may not be so rich or wealthy, but were able to make something special. And this is Alma Taldo. She was just a regular public school teacher that got inspired by seeing the children in Lobok, just not with nothing to do, and she gathered them and created a choir, which of course since then a lot of people have helped them. Ekit Butalid, and then Gardy, who's the character towards the end, Gardy Labad, was very, very instrumental in bringing the choir to the world's attention. He created tours for them that took them to Europe, took them to the USA. And in fact, when Alma brought the choir here to the USA, somebody offered her a job. And they were willing to bring her and her family, work on her visas, just for her to agree to work for a school here in California. And she said no. Because she said, what's going to happen to her kids? Not her real kids, but the Lobok kids. And she has stayed with them for the last 40, 50 years. And when we went to Lobok, you will see her walking around town in her duster and slippers, and everybody greets her. They all know who she is. And the Ayala Group, famous people, the owner of Oishi, they have consistently supported the choir, and yet they remain very moderate, very modest. They have not had any heirs, and when we came there telling them we wanted to make their story a movie, Alma was like, she said, really, why? It's like it's like she was amazed that we really wanted to go to the trouble of making a movie about her. She was very shy about it, but somehow we were able to convince Signal, which is MQuest now, to partner with us, so that they just didn't produce Kingdom, but they also gave us funds to create this movie, which we had hoped we could get the province of Bohol to help us, but unfortunately, we got caught by a change of administration, and yet the former governor did continue to help us. And the city of Quezon City, Mayor Joy Belmonte was a big part of getting our movie done. So anyway, thank you so much for coming today. And I will pass the microphone to my colleagues over here. But we appreciate your coming today, and we hope if you like the movie, you will vote for us. There's an audience award. So if you can see the QR code out there as you leave the theater, please vote for our little film, Song of the Fireflies. Thank you so much.
Rachel, your little film is finally shown, so tell us how you're feeling right now. I know that you've been passionately involved with this film from the start.
Definitely. So that Ang Larawan screening happened in Bohol in the year 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And by 2019, we got Morissette and Direct King involved, and of course Sarge Lacuesta, our screenwriter. So this movie has been 6 years in the making, and it's been like Ruben mentioned earlier, it's been through everything you can possibly imagine, and the kitchen sink. So I feel like the movie, in a way, is sort of what we are like also as Filipinos, resilient. You know, we are so used to dealing with so many trials and challenges in our lives, and yet we rise up. And I think that's what the movie represents, you know. And also that's why we also felt, and I told Ruben this when I proposed that we have the world premiere right here at the Manila International Film Festival, is I said, it's actually not weird that it would have a world premiere for Filipino Americans, because just like Filipino Americans and immigrants in this country, you know, we go through, you know, we bring our families here and we go through impossible circumstances, and yet we prevail. And so I think it's a story that, even if it is about a Filipino story in a little town, I think it's something that will resonate with all of us, not just Filipinos, but I guess the immigrant story, and everyone around the world that, you know, can relate to that kind of struggle and still, you know, achieving success and better lives for ourselves and our families.
Thank you, Rachel. And now we go to the beautiful lady in green. Congratulations, Morissette. This is your big screen acting debut. So tell us, what was the experience like? Congratulations on your performance.
Thank you so much. I'd just like to say I am wearing the color of the Lubbock River. I am very, very thrilled, but that is finally out for everyone to enjoy. As Ms. Rachel and Tita Girly said, it has been many, many years in the making, and we are just very, very happy that even through the pandemic and everything that happened in the last couple of years, we were able to push through with it. And even for me, so much has been happening also with my career personally and with my music, but I tried to make sure to allot the time to be able to push through with this movie with them, because it is also a story that I resonate with personally as someone who is from Cebu, which is a province that is in the region beside Bohol, which is in the Visayas region. I am Cebuana, and so to be able to be represented in this movie as well as a provinciana, it gives me such pride to be able to do that. And yun po, like, it's just a very simple story aided by beautiful music that hopefully we could inspire a lot of not just Filipinos but really everyone to enjoy, and to be reminded that sometimes, even in just watching the movie today, I am reminded that sometimes it is ourselves who stops us from doing great things. And so it is so important to be surrounded by such great people in our lives and be held down by our faith, and just to keep going in order to reach our dreams. And so I'm just very, very grateful and very, very blessed with the whole team and production for just trusting me with this opportunity and to be here in Los Angeles in all places, be able to share our movie with everyone. So thank you both.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's talk to this guy right here. Magiging suki na namin po si Jeff. Because Jeff was also part of the inaugural MIFF, and now he's back with very good film. So tell us what's been your experience like, especially about being part of this film.
Thank you. As Gurley mentioned earlier, I think this movie was pitched to our company pre-pandemic, right? 2018, and you were saying, oh my gosh, ano nang mangyayari sa pelikula natin because of the pandemic? The kids are actually lumalaki na, di ba? Parang they were growing up already, but we said we want to be able to continue with this movie, and just like what we presented to MIFF, to MMFF last year, MQuest brought Gomburza here. This year we brought The Kingdom, and of course some of the Fireflies. So we're just very happy that we're able to present quality Filipino movies to not just to America but to the world, and we're very happy that today you've witnessed a Filipino movie of we feel of excellence. So thank you again for coming here today.
Thank you, and for Harry. Now your job is set, how to spread the word about this film around the world, because now with this premiere, now your job starts.
Well, no, my job has started when Tita Girly approached me before the year ended last year and presented me with a problem that is some of the Fireflies. That was some of the Fireflies. Like, it's been on the shelf. How are we going to push for theatrical release in the Philippines? And I came with a wild idea. Like, if the Philippines is too congested already and we didn't make it to the Metro Manila Film Fest, let's take it to Hollywood. And then they listened. Rachel and Tita Girly listened, and we would like to thank the board members and everyone who's part of the Manila International Film Festival. Thank you so much and congratulations on the second year. And thank you for giving a push for this movie, because we're finally doing our nationwide theatrical run in the Philippines in the coming months. So thank you, MQuest. Thank you, Tita Girly, and congratulations, Morissette, Rachel, and Direct King. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. You're welcome. I think we have time for a few questions. Who wants to ask a question? Yeah, go ahead.
I very much like the aesthetic of this film. The warm glow and the softening of the highlights created this ethereal, nostalgic feel, and I found myself feeling like I was one of the children of the choir. Was that intentional? And if you don't mind me asking, how was that achieved?
So, well, a lot of the visuals were really with the help of our cinematographer, Paul Ignacio. When we were planning for the film, we really had to study how we will be representing the town, no? And not just the town, but also Manila. So the intention was really to show the duality or the difference between provincial life and the big city life, no? Especially in that time. No? So in the 80s, it was a very tumultuous time, no? In the Philippines. And we wanted to show that visually. No? So while we were aware that it was a story about Ma'am Alma and the choir, we also had to be aware of the backdrop. So it was a conscious decision to present Lobok as a very quaint, magical town. Of course, with the colors and also with the help of our colorist Marilyn Magsaysay. No? So we really wanted to show this town as something that's oftentimes forgotten, because most of us really already live life in the big city, and we wanted to just go back to that feeling of being in an open space and being surrounded by nature, uninterrupted nature. No? So, and the way we shot it also, we wanted it to have a stark contrast to how Manila was going to be shown. No? Even with the lensing, we wanted to see the river and the town using as much wide lenses as possible, just to see really the magical beauty of the imagery, and in contrast, show Manila as a very tight, compact, crowded, city. Apart from the visuals, we also wanted to aid that with sound. No? So I was very conscious about using sound as a way to show the difference between the two locations. You'll notice how in the first half it was a lot of quiet moments. Just letting the wind blow and feel the leaves rustling. And at the same time in Manila, just hear all those buses honking and all the people talking and stuff. So it was really we really wanted the film to be a visceral experience, not just through the music, but also through how we showed the locations and the sound.
Thank you. And before I call on the next person, I would just like to point out the musical pedigree of this film. The music direction was by Krina Kayabyab, and with songs by Ryan Kayabyab, our national artist for music. Louis Campo, Raymond Marasigan, and Jazz Nicolas. So, and also, by the way, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Pete Avendaño and his choir. Our pride, LA, our pride of LA. Thank you for being here with us, and also Garth Garcia, one of our very popular singers. So, any next question?
Hi, thank you. I am not Filipino, but I will say that art has no boundaries, and this film touched me, and it makes me think, wow, the Philippines are on my bucket list, very high now. But also that as a director, what you just spoke of, I think you accomplished what you set out to do, and that's what any artist wants to do. And I do have a question though, so for Morissette. So I've been following you as a singer since lockdown, COVID, and when I first heard you sing, I said, well, there's a generational singer here, but I also think there's a wonderful actress. So I've been proven right. Now, my question for you is, you were a chorus leader, a conductor. How did you solve that for yourself as an actress? Because you are not a conductor.
Yes, one of the things that I had to prepare before we started filming, especially in Bohol, was I personally met up, of course, with Ma'am Alma Taldo and their current conductor now, which is Ma'am Leia Kal, and they personally had to teach me how to do the gestures. And honestly, it was also during a very tight time because we had a very tight schedule being in Bohol. We were there for a whole month, but we had so many scenes to shoot and so much stuff to do. And so we just tried to just squeeze in some time to learn and understand. But also, I guess it wasn't as difficult for me because I am a performer, and so timing and tempo is already very essential. But it was just how to be able to do that in as a conductor and being able to do that with the kids. And honestly, also it was throughout. Although I did have that sessions of learning with the current conductors of LCC, it was during the shooting process that it really got the hang of it. And I think Derek King can vouch for that, where as the scenes progressed, I was really able to like my hands just got used to it and just played around it. Even up until today, many years after shooting, I still carry that with me, and sometimes I'm performing and I'm just like, I'm down here, I'm doing this. And so, it's something fun because I'm able to do that. And I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow at the gala as well. I don't know, but it was fun to be able to learn that and to be able to add that to my artistry and in my performances as well. So it has been great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You did a good job, Morissette.
Thank
So
you.
I think we have one last question from Oliver.
Harry mentioned a while ago that Harry mentioned a while ago that there's it will start showing in Manila. Do you have the exact date?
Right now we don't have the exact dates yet, but
There's a
it would be
chance
around
it'll be in
April
June
or
for the-
June.
for the summer Metro Film Festival. At least that's the goal, is to be part of the summer Metro Film Festival.
My second question is, among will there be a soundtrack?
Yes,
actually just released a
Morissette's company, Underdog Music. The first single is already out on Spotify.
Just tonight,
Yeah, it's actually out on Spotify. If you want to listen to Hanapin ng Sarili, you can
Hanapin ng
actually
Sarili.
download it on all streaming platforms. So Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, it's all there. It's by Morissette's music company, music production company, Underdog Music. So congratulations, Underdog Music, and congratulations, Morissette. Yeah.
Composed by Louis Ocampo.
And written by
Hanapin ng
Sarge
Sarili.
Lacuesta. Yeah.
Yeah, and the lyrics are by Sarge Lacuesta.
How many are original songs?
There's
Almost
quite a lot of
everything.
original songs. Only the choir, except for Alitap Tap, most of the choir songs are classic Filipino folk songs and Visayan songs. But Alitap Tap, which is the song they sing for the final competition, is an original song by Ryan Cayabyab. Lyrics by Sarge Lacuesta. And all of the songs that they sang, the duet of Morissette and Rachel, and their songs are original. And also the songs sang on the radio when they're going around. One of them actually is a rock song that was sung by Rachel, not as her character, but more like a character of the 80s, like rock, like Sampaguita or somebody like that, So, and then in the beginning kasi of the movie, when we were starting it, Rachel didn't have a song. So, of course, she kept complaining that I don't have a song. So then they gave her a song, but it was going to be a radio song, and not as her character. And then, I don't know, eventually King and Sarge suddenly gave them a duet. So, that's how the music evolved.
What's a film without the beautiful voice of Rachel? And by the way, the beautiful blending of Rachel and Morissette's voices are just fantastic. Wonderful to hear. So thank you very much. And don't forget to vote. And again, you are all part of the historic moment at the first world premiere of the Manila International Film Festival. And thank you very much for bringing the film to us.
Thank you,
We're going to
everyone.
have a photo, all of us, and then just you guys.